Hi, this is Wendy from Wordy Studios. In this video, we're going to go over the steps for a basic transfer tape application method. The first thing that you want to do is make sure that your wall is compatible for decals. We provide a test decal with your order, so you'll want to go ahead and apply this test decal to your wall first to make sure that it sticks. There's certain kinds of paints on the market that will cause issues with the adhesive on decals and really anything, any sort of adhesive product like Post-it notes, command strips, all of those things. So you'll want to use a test decal first. We do also offer these free that you can get in advance. You can just contact us through the link below and we'll send you out a free test decal to try first if you have any question as to what kind of paint is on your wall. Okay, so your first step will be to determine on your wall where you want the decal to go. The two things that you're going to need for that is a little bit of painter's tape and a pencil. Possibly a level. I'm not going to do that because I'm kind of a renegade and I just eyeball it. So you'll hold your decal up to the wall, determine where you're going to place it, level it if you find it necessary, and then just using a little bit of painter's tape here and there, just tack it on the wall. And then using your pencil, you're going to draw a very faint line from on the top of the decal from the paper onto the wall in a couple of places that you can use to line up for placement in a minute. Then you're going to take your decal back to your table or your flat surface and place it face down on the table. Now this is the important part. When you are peeling away the backing paper, you want it facing face down, and you'll take your squeegee or your credit card, gift card, whatever you have, and just run it along the back of the decal from the center out in all directions. What this is doing is making sure that the decal is sticking to the adhesive on the transfer tape. The transfer tape's purpose is to lift your decal off of the backing paper and transfer it onto the wall. So now after you've smoothed over the whole decal, you're going to start in a corner. Usually I like to start at a corner away from me and start peeling the backing paper away from the transfer tape. Once you get it going, as you peel away, instead of peeling out and away like this, you want to keep it flat to your surface, just flat on itself, almost like you're rolling it away from. Okay, keep rolling it away from your decal. If any little tiny bits, like a dot from an I or a very detailed end of a letter, starts lifting up with this transfer tape, you would simply roll it back in place, rub it down from behind, and then continue on. Today we aren't having any problems at all. You would want to use this application method for any decal that is the size that you can easily manage by yourself and hold in the width of your arm span. If it's any bigger than that, we have another video that shows a method where you use a tape hinge on the wall. And the link to that video will be below this video. Okay, once you have the transfer tape all the way off, you're going to lift your decal from the top where you had your marks, holding it out on the far corners. Sometimes it's helpful to just hold your little pinky fingers right here to kind of lift the bottom of the decal out and away as you come up against your wall so that it doesn't accidentally fold on itself or stick to the wall. And then you're going to want to come up to your wall and match up your placement marks that you made before. And then just lightly tack the decal down in the corners. Run your fingers down the bottom. Don't let it fold on itself like I just did there. Run your hand down the middle. And then out to the sides, just very lightly at this point. If you have any bubbles, just peel it back and smooth it back out. Now you're going to take your squeegee, and starting in the middle, working your way out, you're going to smooth down across the whole decal. Go in multiple different directions. What this is doing is burnishing that adhesive onto your wall so there's no bubbles, no spots that aren't stuck to the wall. Just go back and forth. If you have a very detailed design, you want to make sure you get it really good on all the little ends and points and curls, dots of eyes, things like that. So once you're confident you have everything smoothed down very well, then it's time to remove the transfer tape. We're going to do this pretty much like we took off the backing paper. You're going to start at a corner, fold it back flat against the wall. Do not pull out and away from the wall. You want to keep this flat the entire time. Start rolling it away from the wall, going very slowly. And keep an eye on this edge to make sure that none of the decal is coming up with it. If any part of the decal starts to come up with it, like a little pointy end or a dot may do that, you roll it back, smooth it down, and start to peel away again. And you just continue slowly until you've removed the entire transfer tape. If you have a large decal and you get a lot of transfer tape, you can wad it up to keep it out of your way. And voila, you're done. If you have any other questions, you can contact us at our online shop from the link below.